again, as 2027 political space draws near, remember that Peter Obi is in the ADC currently, and they are trying to form an opposition party that will be knocking off the APC regarding the sufferings and everything Nigerians are facing. Now, recently, Peter Obi granted an interview and he made statements and hinted the reasons that will lead to his dismissal or decamping from the ADC to other political parties. He was actually asked that you have moved from the APGA to PDP, from PDP to Labour Party, now you are in the ADC, and the same persons you actually avoided, probably they were doing transactional politics and transactional vote buying and all of that, are the same persons you are with in the ADC. I'm going to be showing you what Peter Obi stated. You need to see that yes, this man have the interests of the masses at heart, and he hinted on his reason that will even make him leave the party. Now, haters and opposition persons have actually seen this particular video and they are taking it out of context, in the fact that Peter Obi will not always stay in the political party when there is crisis. When there is no crisis, he will now come back to the political party or probably go leave to other political party. But the bone of contention here is the fact that Peter Obi have often and always stated it, that he is not curious and he is not too suppressed or probably anxious to acquire power. He is only coming to make sure Nigerians are elevated from this abject poverty the APC has brought before them. As if that is not enough, I'm going to be showing you what Peter Obi stated regarding everything and the intelligent answers he gave to this particular hint of leaving ADC and all of that ahead of the convention that is about to be held in FCT. I'm going to be showing you all of that, but without wasting much of your time, I'm going to leave you with what, before showing what Peter Obi stated in his interview, let me leave you with what Wike stated recently regarding denying ADC the platform, Eagle Square, the place they are going to use in conducting their convention, just few days from now to that particular convention. As if that is not enough, Wike came out and stated that the ADC political party did not write to him for approval of the Eagle Square. Meanwhile, that the PDP, his political party, APC, have all written to him. That was why they granted them that particular venue. Now, listen attentively to Wike for you to see that Wike is actually saying what we call an abject lies. Listen attentively to him. When we come back, I'll exactly show you the letter that he denied that the ADC have actually posted, that they sent an approval, a request letter to him for his approval. Watch, and when we come back, we'll continue.
You have to look at characters, people who do only want to take public sympathy when they know that there's nothing like that. And you see, when you look at that behind all this, you ask yourself, are there really people who only want to say they're talking about positive change? As I speak to you, nobody has written any letter. I don't know the very they are talking about. They have, okay, let's make a assume that they talk about Eagle Square. Nobody, not one, wrote any letter to use the Eagle Square. I called the GMD, I've said, there's nothing like that. There's no way we would deny them because we collect revenue from that. You have to pay. And nobody has written to us. And we are not in charge of the velodrome. That's under the sports commission. Even when PDP did their own convention, we applied to sports commission and we paid. So it is not, even when APC took the Eagle Square, they paid. So nobody has written to us. Why we will stop them from holding their convention, our business? They paid, we have the money to do the project, but again, that's the character of leadership that ADC. Every time telling lies just to give a bad publicity during the government. As far as I'm concerned, we are not that need to divide people to use venues for their convention. They're only looking for how they can attract public sympathy, which is not going to be. The truth is that let them come out and show the application they wrote and it was received by either the Abuja Investment Company or in my own office documents.
Welcome back once again. I've been seeing exactly what Wike has stated. This shows you that this man is, a particular politician that is being planted to knock off opposition parties and not make them see the timeline of 2027 politics. For crying out loud, look at the letters as you can see on your screen. This tells you and plainly shows you that Wike is speaking out of bitterness. I'm going to be showing you what Peter Obi stated, but look at the letter. This is the same letter Wike stated that the ADC did not write to him for approval. Now look at it. As you can see on your screen, it is very clear. African Democratic Congress, Office of the National Organizing secretary. Look at the stamp. The Honorable Minister, FCT, application for the use of Eagle Square, Abuja for the National Convention. I write to respectfully apply for the use of Eagle Square, Abuja for the purpose of holding the African Democratic Congress ADC National Convention scheduled to hold on the 14th of April 2026, being today. The ADC National Convention is a non-elective convention that will bring together party delegates, stakeholders, and observers from across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, being FCT. This choice of Eagle Square is informed by the suitability in terms of capacity, accessibility, and security arrangements required for an event of this magnitude. I assure you that all necessary protocols will be strictly adhered to, including compliance with security guidelines, facility management rules, and restoration of the venue to its original condition after use. I am also prepared to meet all financial obligations and requirements as stipulated by the facility management. Kindly request your approval for the use of the facility on the stated date and any additional guidance necessary to facilitate a smooth management. Please accept the assurance of my highest regards. Yours faithfully, this is it, National Organizing Secretary of the ADC. This letter was directly sent to the office of the FCT minister. So what is Nyesom Wike coming out to state that the ADC did not send any request letter for his approval? This is trying to make sure that the ADC does not hold their convention. And these are the reasons that led to what P2B is stating, that he is not part of anything transactional politics, even come this 2027, notwithstanding that he's in coalition with Atiku Abubakar, Malami, El-Rufai, and name Kwankwaso, and all what have you, including Dino Milaye. Listen attentively to P2B, what he stated regarding him, hinting on leaving ADC if this is transactional. Watch, and when we come back, we'll wrap up.
Yourself have moved across parties, from the PDP to the Labour Party, and now you're aligning with the ADC. Why should Nigerians trust your long-term commitment when it appears you leave parties rather than stay to fix the problems within them?
Let me even tell you, you're even wrong. I moved from ABGA.
Yes, you moved from ABGA to the PDP, then Labour.
I moved from ABGA to the PDP because I had what I can call disagreement or issues with my successor, the governor who came after me. And now I allow it to become toxic and become destructive to his governance of the state. I moved out. In PDP, I said it before, people were not playing by the rules. It was transactional. I cannot be part of transactional primary. I cannot be paying people to go and serve them.
And yet the same
I moved,
the same people that you were with,
moved
right,
to Labour. And of course, like I said, government came into the same system, which is very clear. You just said about INEC said they're paying court order. We got in Labour Party, Supreme Court decided a case in April. INEC did not recognize that judgment until 7th of January, 8 months after, because of the same process. You even see people who will be on the rooftop shouting, say, if Peter B cannot fix the problem in Labour, because they put fire in the house, and they were shocked that I was able to escape. So they thought I would be there for the fire to burn me. When I now escaped, they said, oh, if he cannot stay and put up the fire, which they put, and then I left. I'm in ADC with the same people.
Yeah, the same transactional people you talked about from the PDP.
Charles, I'm in ADC with the same people, some of whom are left in PDP and other parties. But we are going through the same process. If that process is again compromised, I'll speak out.
Right, okay. But
what is important is not what people are yesterday.
Right.
It's what they are today. Because they've seen where the country is going, and they can decide, no, we are not making sacrifice.
Right.
We will no longer go back to what we used to.
Indeed, I understand the logic of the point you're making, but some would say that that exactly is the concern, that each move that you make is justified for some reason, either a strategy or as, getting away from transactional people or as something else. At what point does strategic movement begin to look like political inconsistency? And how do Nigerians know you won't move on again? You did say that you would in fact move again if this platform faces the same kind of challenge.
Charles, if I have to move, I don't have long time in politics, but if I have long time, I have to do it 20 times. I'll do it exactly. I will not be part of, I cannot be talking about change.
I cannot be talking about something new. Why being process of the same thing? You cannot use the process of yesterday to build tomorrow. I've never been involved in any form of rigging of election at primary level, at the election itself, and after that. No, I've never been part of paying people in judiciary anywhere to give me judgment that I do not deserve. I've not been part of this. You can go ask the last INEC chairman. I never met him for one day because he's a referee. I'm a player, and I expect the referee to come to the field and do his job very well. If he chooses to do it wrongly, so be it. But I cannot be preaching change and doing the same thing.
Welcome back once again. You've listened attentively to P2B. You know, when P2B speaks, you see a politician that is upright. You see a politician that is transparent. You see a politician that knows exactly what he needs. You see a politician that actually knows that the people needs good governance and not transactional governance or not transactional politics. He has stated it time with that number that he is not going to give a time. That trace back to 2023 election, you will understand and see that he never gave what we call an iota of bribe. That is the more reason why he will say, go and verify. This is a man that the Nigerian masses need to rule this particular country. Name it. Whenever P2B speaks, you see that leadership quality in him speaking. That he's in ADC does not mean that he's jumping from one political party or the other. This same crisis being planted by these same opposition parties are planted in making sure that P2B and especially him does not turn the term light of politics. And there is no how you can rule this particular country without a platform being a political party. Look at what happened in Labour Party. They infringed it, brought in crisis into the political party, brought in divisions and factions. That is the same thing that is happening in ADC. As we speak, as you could see on your screen, the ADC in Adamawa has now, the faction in Adamawa has now, relinquished and stated that they have sacked Atiku Abubakar and Bashir. These are the things we have often and always stated it, time with that number. And P2B is a politician that have stated it time with that number that he is not going to be transactional, no matter what it takes. And he's moving. A lot of persons love what P2B stated and the answers he gave to this particular, statement. It is only seen by the opposition party that yes, this man is hinting that he wants to leave ADC and all of that. He is not saying he's going to leave ADC. He only stated that if the rules and regulations and the guidance of this convention and before now or everything is not well kept, then he knows very well. And if you look at the statement he made, he hinted that he does not even have long time to stay in politics. It's not like the old ones that have stayed and want to stay and even want to bring their children to infringe on this on the electoral and political space. It's right to bring this to your view. What is your take towards what P2B has stated and regarding his statement? Remember, Wike has just been exposed following the fact that this same ADC sent an approval and a request letter regarding the place to use to for their convention. If this is your first time meeting the channel, do it often, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell and click on the like button so let's get information promptly when we drop them here. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.